Good evening and welcome everybody to tonight's official coverage of Rain Light Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 7. Tonight you have joined us here for, I think it's round 6 here at Misano. I think the graphics are wrong on my stream at the moment, so disregard that, ladies and gentlemen. It is round 6 and we are at Misano. I'm Davo, and tonight I've got my wingman back, ladies and gentlemen. J-Man, how are you doing, my friend?
Great, mate, great. I feel like, welcome viewers, and good to be back, Davo, but I feel like, was that a little bit of, you just pumped that up there, round 5, Norderschleife, or Nords there, was that for me, mate, just to make me feel welcome back maybe a little bit earlier, but I see Clarky quickly onto it, mate, as our viewers are very, very astute at picking up the details, but mate, it is good to be back, and
Yep.
what a round 6. Good to be back here, Misano. Bit of a favourite track of mine. Love this place. Very technical. Good passing opportunities here, and
Definitely.
good field here tonight. I do believe I saw 27, maybe 28 out there on the grid here, leading into this first part of qualifying, mate.
Yes.
So as I mentioned, good to be back. Thanks for having us back, viewers, and yourself, Davo, and big shout out to Stewie for covering me while I was away as well. So really
Definitely.
appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely a big shout out to young Stu Arrowsmith for keeping the seat warm, J-Man, while you're away. But you've been sorely missed, my friend. And yeah, look, definitely glad to have you back in the booth here for round 6 here at Misano tonight in Rainlight Racing's GT3 Series 7. We must thank SIMBLACKS, obviously, quickly before we get to some images here. SIMBLACKS back on board again in Season 7 with Rainlight Racing in 2024. Giving away some awesome prizes. A awesome prize at the end of the year, as we just saw flashing on the screen there earlier. It is a beautiful set of SimMagic P1000 pedals for some random driver in the championship. They are going to spin a wheel for this, so we've really got to thank SimBlacks again for coming on board with Rainlight Racing once again for Season 7. We've got to thank also CrossCut Woodworks, Carpentry and Joinery. Look, I think these boys are the ones that give away the $50 gift cards at the end of the night as well. Obviously, Crossy 43, HENDO 31, and True to Life Racing Designs, all on board again. The usual suspects here at Rainlight Racing in their 2024 GT3 Series 7 J-Man. So, look, last season of the year, and it's starting to wind down. We're at number 6, round 6, and the boys are out in qualifying for this race. 60-minute race tonight.
CPS for fuel, Davo?
CPS for fuel, J-Man. Usual format as well for the qualifying here tonight. I suspect as we see all of the Pro-Am and Silver drivers in the pits, so it'll be the Pro-Am boys and the Am guys out on track for this first phase of qualifying. We have cameras on Craig McConnell as he comes across the line and pokes it on the top spot immediately.
Very briefly. Looks like
yes.
George Goddard just grabbed him there by around about a tenth of a second. So Goddard over McConnell, over Bella, Perkins, and Jonathan Warren. So a couple of new names in the field for me as well. Thought I picked up on one of there was Isaac. Is it Ichikawa?
Ichikawa, yes.
Yep, currently provisionally P4 here in this opening phase of qualifying. So some good times rolling out already. Mid to low 34s already. Obviously, we've seen some of the big hitters go out there and bank some 32s in official practice here tonight. But I tell you what, low 33, low 34 be pretty handy for these drivers out there in this first phase of qualifying.
For sure, J-Man. And again, look, we see it week after week where these guys punch above their weight. some of these Pro-Am drivers and really do throw a spanner into the works for the pro drivers up the pointy end and keep their cars in the top 10 after everything has all said and done. But yeah, a couple of names there, J-Man, that you probably need to look out for. Bewley, you mentioned one of them, Ichikawa, but another, I think it's Nathan Bewley.
Yep.
As well in one of the Porsche, and I think Lay as well in the BMW.
Yeah, caught a little bit of Bentley in action before I went away on my travels. So, yeah, good to see him back out there. So, around about, I think we're looking at about 12 cars of the 27 out there. 27 cars that have turned up for this round 6 out there on track at the moment. Still got a little bit of time for these guys to get their sessions done. Obviously, this thing's split in two.
Yes.
So, Danny Kim now to the top on a 34.0. So, will we see this these Pro-Ams and Ams bank well into the 33s? I really think so. Looking at this, optimum conditions, 19 degrees ambient, 25 track, some pretty good conditions out there. Won't be making overly too hot of temperatures on these tyres. And look, we did see the Mustangs feature quite well in official practice, but you'd have to think that the Ferrari here would be a good option now that we do see Danny Kim up on the top at the moment. But Kim, Bella, Warren, Perkins, and then I think once we see Firth come out, I would have thought these Ferrari pretty handy here. However, I haven't seen the BOP on these things, but
current BOP, yes, interesting. I know. I'm pretty sure the Skyline and the Bentley might have got a few kegs on board. So it'd be interesting to see how late to the session. I think that was Luke's Keys was late in, so he was never going to miss this. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes in the Skyline and the boys in the Bentley. There's a few guys in the Bentleys, actually Dawson, Van Venter, and HENDO, Nathan Henderson, in the MATCHFIT Entertainment, official MATCHFIT Entertainment Bentley, also out in those cars. I'm pretty sure those boys are sharing some setups. But yeah, they will be in the next tier of qualifying, J-Man, all in the Pro or Pro-Am category, those guys. So,
yeah, good stuff. Just got my eyes on the 21 car at Harrison Bella right now, Davo. Currently sitting P5, but got a good 6 to 7 tenths on the Dowder. Currently in there at the moment on a 34.470.
looking solid.
If he can keep this lap together inside the confines of the track, he's only got 1 quarter to make. Dropped a little bit of the delta, but he's still carrying about 2.5, 3 tenths. Drops down to just under 2. What will that do from it? We'll move him up a couple. Somewhere.
That'll sneak him up a couple there. Yep. Pips Connell puts himself in 4th provisionally there, as we also see, or we have the privy of seeing that Kim actually in another one of the Ferraris. And you mentioned the Ferraris, Jamie, only a couple of minutes ago, looking to improve on his time already. So nice work. Ichikawa, another to mention as he rounds the final corner in the Porsche. He's up 2.5 tenths or so. That snuck him up a position in front of Bewley. Bewley's another one to watch, J-Man.
Here we go for Danny Kim. Sorry, Dave. Just finish off this lap with Danny Kim here. 33.9 was the time.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. So this could potentially be one of these cars that, as you aforementioned just earlier, that, you know, these guys go and do a good job in this session here. They could well find themselves amongst the mix of the pro drivers. So
yeah,
good to see a good time come out of there from Danny Kim and the Ferrari. So Ferrari's 1-2 with Danny Kim, and like Jonathan Warren's in there as well.
And Warren and Bella in provisional 4th at the moment as well. Not showing like he's doing anything on the Delta at the moment. Yeah, still sitting in provisional 4th nonetheless. Worcester up on the Delta in the Mustang, which would sneak him up a couple of positions. Maybe not Bewley territory. At least get Perkins there about halfway through the lap there, so he's got a little bit of work to do still.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing too. Once again, sorry to be on the Kim fan bus, but
he's up again, isn't he?
yeah, I just like what I see. I like the attitude. I like the fact that he's up the top there, and he's pressing on. You know, so he's happy with the tire pressures. Everything else is obviously working well in the car, and he's out there just keeping on banking these laps, and he's improving every time. I mean, look at this: 4.5, 5 tenths of a second. So only got a few more corners to go to complete this lap. So even if he can bank another 2.5 to 3 tenths at the back end of this. It bodes well for his starting position, irrespective of what the guys in class are doing behind him.
Yeah, just remember he actually lost a few tenths just in the final couple of corners there, that little final complex, the double lefts. Didn't regain that again on this lap. So, potentially, he's got a couple of tenths up his sleeve just in those couple of corners there, if he can get it right. We'll get back to Ichikawa and Bewley. Both
trading.
Forces. Yeah, trading. Actually, Bewley just rounding that final complex there, and it down the start, finish straight. Oh,
goes
bam.
P2.
Wow. With it, look how close that is. Actually, Bewley, Warren, and Goddard there, Glenn, and even Bella and all those boys in the 34-2s. There's a whole all the way down to Ichikawa there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's
That's close.
Ichikawa? Whereabouts is he? Okay, he's sector 3 now. And also looking there, Worcester looking for a slight improve as well.
Yeah, Marnie's also up on his lap in the dark green Porsche as well. So Marnie doing a good job. Goddard in one of the McLarens up. Well up, actually. Half a second up on his lap time, which would get him second position if he can carry that for the rest of the lap. Where is he in his lap there?
He's sector 2. He's sector 2 at the moment. So he's coming through, I guess, a critical phase of the track. I mean, it's he's clearly made good on the first 3 turns, and then he's just got to try and carry. He's dropped about half of that at the moment.
He did drop a big chunk of it there, but it is toing and froing and quite rapidly, J-Man. And as he rolls out onto that big long back straight here, it's like a little mini Paul Ricard style kink into these right-hand kinks as it slows down towards the back section of this circuit here.
So Warren must have improved, mate, on his one. Just put Bewley back to 3rd, Ichikawa to 4th, Goddard 5th, obviously coming, and he's got 1 corner to go. He's back towards that half a second again. Looks really, really solid. Heading towards 6 tenths across the line. This is going to be very close to Danny Kim.
See it get on and bite on the rears there out of the final corner there. That car looks very solid, J-Man.
Oh, mate, and look, more importantly, crossed the line with still 1 minute and 3/4 to go of what he's allowed on this session. So he's going to have another go and potentially one more after this based on the timer clock as he went through. So that's interesting. And Danny Kim's parked it. So that's a session done for Danny. Has he got enough in it? He's only got he's got about 2 tenths of a second over Goddard. And we saw the performance that Goddard just put down. He is, however, 2 tenths down on his own personal best, so it'd be hard pressed to maybe bring back 4 tenths in this lap to try and chase down that Danny Kim. But very, very good high performance session here from these drivers. I mean,
definitely
don't take anything away from the class racing here at Rainlight Racing. This stuff is absolutely, these guys are going at it. Mr. Lay about to come through. What's he on? He's there on a 35.5. He's 8.5 tenths up. He's finally strung a lap together, and that puts him up to P9. Pips Ken Worcester and Marnie. And I think
who else we got? Worcester as well.
Kramer
up on his time. Bewley's up on his time. Kramer back in the pits. Marnie back in the pits. So a couple of the boys already back in the pits. Ichikawa also, Danny Kim in the pits. They're done and dusted. Time running down. 8 seconds to go here before the fast guys run out. Worcester well up on his time here. Would actually sneak him to just under Craig McConnell. If he can keep this up, actually, he should get Lay and Perkins here.
Very loose on exit. Very loose on exit.
Still
but
punching a good
momentum.
number. He's got Lay.
So here goes P9.
As we watch the fast guys starting to roll out here. They've been ready to ride act throughout, I think early on in the season there, not to line up at the lights at the end of the pit lane. They're there to watch the 15-minute tick over before they can leave the garage. And now we see Worcester tucked in behind. Yeah, I suspect that's a cold-tired Gunther Rowe because the boys are out now.
So was that saying that?
So he must have come across
the line, did he?
I doubt he would have.
No, I thought he was out of time. However,
we wonder what.
Yep.
But clearly, Gunther Rowe, one of the early cars out in the Pro Silver class here.
Can tell you that the 33 car of Lee Perkins, was actually pressing on there. He was just ahead of Worcester as well, so he just carried on right to the end of the session. He had got across the line to do one more. Didn't improve, but finishes the session P8. So just a recap on that for the viewers: Danny Kim over George Goddard, Nathan Bewley, Warren Ichikawa, Harrison Bella, Craig McConnell, Lee Perkins, Ken Worcester, Ben Lay, Marnie Harema, and that rounded out those first 12 cars. And then you would see that we picked up on the 580 car. Gunther Rowe was the first car to get out in this top tier session for the back end, the final 15 minutes of this qualifying here, round 6 at Rainlight Racing.
Yes, it is, J-Man. Here for round 6, Misano, ladies and gentlemen. Rainlight Racing 2024, GT3, Series 7. Qualifying. 60-minute race tonight. CPS for fuel. We've got to thank SIMBLACKS, CROSSCUT, Woodworks, Carpentry and Joinery. Crossy 43. The good man HENDO rocking the MATCHFIT Bentley tonight once again. And of course, True to Life Racing Designs. Hang around at the end of the street. Actually, hang around. Get over to Crossy's Twitch. Link in the description there, ladies and gentlemen. So just get down there in the description box there. Hook up on Crossy's Twitch there. They'll be spinning the wheel at the end of the night, giving away $50, free $50 for one of these guys. So yeah, get onto that. We'll be doing driver interviews by then, J-Man, as we watch Gunther Rowe coming across for his first flying lap here. First car out on track. Bam, there it is. 34-1 J-Man.
Yeah, quickly eclipsed by Macrolos. Also Shane Fodderdo goes in there on a 33.6. Just watching the times float in. I guess as they come across, we'll see who's moving where on the tower. But very good lap there from Danny Kim already. Matty T to the top, 33.2.
Matty T back after quite... Matty T's has had more weeks off than you, J-Man.
Is that at all possible this season?
And look, and something going on there. She's in a bloody Mustang, of all things. I'm sure the last time I saw Madison out on track, she was in a friggin' Lexus at Tokyo Taxi.
Yep, definitely that was what I saw the last time I saw.
So, I don't know. I'd
like to say she's pressing on with a good delta, but I can tell you it's in an invalid lap, so this next one won't equate to much, but that 33.2 is a very, very good lap. So
just a quick mention, one in that top 3 there, J-Man.
Yep.
The old T-Fan man's back. I haven't seen T-Fan. Well, like we quite often see him in the official practice, but we rarely see him compete in the rest. Always testing, and then again here tonight he's in the stealth.
Well, he's on a number.
Secret. He's on the top secret McLaren, but he isn't on a number, and he's looking super speedy. Just tucking in and tagging onto the back of Pete Dawson's Bentley there. So
a healthy Delta. G'day, Isaac. Great qualifying session there, mate. Good to see you out on track, and good to call your name first time for me. So yeah, good stuff. Go well out there tonight. Now, what did happen there?
Lucas Keys to the top.
Okay, Mr. Keys in there on a 32.7. No surprises there. The Nissan at the hands of Lucas Keys goes straight to the top.
Always quick. Danny Kem's still holding down provisional 3rd. That's why Fam's dropped back to 4th. How does that even work? I'm not sure. Webley into 2nd provisional. Crossland into 6th. Crossy, good qualifying early. Crossy usually qualifies. He gets his pace really late in the session. So yeah, good to see him up there. Original 6, Matty Clark in 7th. Bence has been a standout the last few weeks as well, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely watch this guy in the 420 McLaren. Awesome stuff. Furtado as well really struggled last week. I think he got tangled up a little bit early in the race, as did I think Macrolos. There's a couple of boys got tangled up early at Nords in last week's race, and looked pretty well ran recovery for the rest of the night. And Nord's not the place to do it. So these guys will be looking for some redemption, I suspect.
Maddie T looking for redemption here, mate. She's coming on a reasonable number here. Certainly going to
Fodado into 4th there.
Webley.
So it's all happening. Fam on a number as well. J-Man just about hit the final apex here on this lap.
That's a good lap too.
No mucking around.
So we should have 3 in the 32s already. We do. Lucas Keys, Maddie T and T-Fam all in the 32s already. Webley perilously close on a 33.0. Fodado got the car back in the pits at the moment. Maybe a couple of adjustments brings that car back out. Quite a long pit exit here. Got to be careful you don't release the pit limiter too early here.
Yeah. And just while you were just talking there, I'm looking at the top 3, and all of them were up again on their deltas. You know, and Keys has just gone back into the pits to make some adjustments, but literally all those 3 were still up on their deltas. Amazing stuff. These guys pushing right to the end. It is still, a little over 7 minutes to go. Guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, do us a favour. Do Rainlight a favour. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the notifications. All that stuff. Keep the algorithms rolling. Awesome qualifying session so far. This is going to go down to the wire. I'm sure Keys will come back out of the pits.
Look at the lap from T-Fam coming, and Maddie T. Maddie T's going to go very close. I think she's going to grab this. Oh, it's a track cut. I think that was a little bit too wide on the exit. It's going to count for nothing.
Ouch. Fam coming round into this final complex.
Dawson.
How wide was that? Dawson was even wider. Fam!
Yeah, it's
using everything.
He dropped a lot of the Delta out of it.
Didn't he what?
It's, yeah, Nick Firth starting to get something circulate. Yeah, so Firthy just jumped up a heap of spots.
He did.
There. I think he was all the way back down sort of 13th, and he's back up to 6th.
Just came up on the radar there as well.
There's a lot of red other than Ben Collins. He's looking to improve the lap quite. So 17th to 13th for Ben Collins, that last lap round. It's a good improvement. And also Crossland looking to improve as well, whereas he's at the start of the lap. So he's just come through sector 1. So
nice work from Firthy in the Firthy's fish finger Ferrari, mind you.
That's a mouthful.
I nailed that. I've had less stubbies tonight, obviously.
Well, I'm just, mate, have you sought tuition for that? Or?
Yeah. I've been training. Doing really well, actually, because he's quicker than Crossland and Macrolos at the moment, and Tony Spence. So Firthy again, and you did mention it really early in the stream there, J-Man. The Ferraris look hot here tonight, so be interesting to see how Firthy goes in the Firthy's Fish Finger Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen. Crossy on a good number though.
Yeah, as is Nick Firth, also on the improvement. Crossy got the biggest delta out there at the moment. Now he's coming towards the back end of this lap, and he's got Tony Spence, is it, up in front of him?
I think that is Spence. Let me get it. Yes, it is Spence's car. The McLaren.
Back this off, the improves coming out.
So
looks
a
like
couple
it's
of McLarens.
Clean. Crossy on a good number here.
8/10. He's nicked Fodder and Firth there.
Yeah, P5.
So
he'd be happy
nice
with
work.
that.
He would definitely be happy with it. Like I mentioned, yeah, usually gets his pace at the end. Always tends to do it really late, but yeah, looked really solid out of the garage here tonight. Straight away, Clark in the BMW, always one to watch.
Lucas Keys. Okay, so he's in sector, looking to come into sector. Yeah, he's in sector 2 now. Slight improvement coming. Maddie also, she's heading towards the back end of the lap, just slightly down. Or no, she's picking up on the number. It's hovering on the same sort of scenario. So Maddie's about maxed out on where that Mustang's pace is, I think, right now. And she's done a fantastic job, a 32.8. Very impressive, as is T-Fam's lap. He's parked at 3.5 minutes. He's probably got time to come out and have one more run if he likes. Maybe that's about where he's comfortable. Webley. Now Webley's just started the lap, and he started strong with about a 10.5 in the favour of the green. So good start to the lap for Brandon Webley. Look to jump into that 32-second bracket with those freaky 3 up in front.
Yes. He'll have his work cut out for him tonight, that's for sure. But
just picking up on Isaac's comments there, yeah, track limits. We haven't really touched too much on that, other than mentioning that a few of the drivers already in this qualifying session have had laps disallowed, but that will be a key factor for the racing here tonight, is you know, who can keep it inside the confines for 60 minutes, because I'm sure they'll all be pushing hard, and it's amazing how even if it's the top of mind, you get engaged in a battle, and those things can certainly just go by the wayside, and you can just get unsighted to apexes, and all of a sudden that's another track cut.
So easily done, J-Man. Particularly when the racing gets close. See it time and time again. So you definitely compromises your vision. As we wind down, a couple of minutes to go here.
So
Webley's still out. Oh, sorry, J-Man. Keys is still out. Matty T's still out. Fam in the pits. Webley out. Crossland Firth. Fodado out. Danny Kim actually sitting in provisional 8 still. Awesome. Macalos and Spence and Clark out at the moment. What have you got eyes on there, J-Man?
Oh, it was just Lucas Keys just coming around. He got incredibly sideways through the triple rights there, just scrubbed it all off. Got a track cut. He was not really up, but more importantly, a minute 34